day 2, but they are DQ'd for a 5 seconds violation. So hopefully that doesn't repeat itself this year. But if we see something similar, we're probably looking at probably around 250 time for Spirit A.
So you'll see there is Spirit A. The driver is Sussy Ramo LaRue. The Hill 1 pusher for Spirit A is going to be Iris Stegman. Hill 2 is Rochelle Brown. Hill 3 is Kim Chigwendu. Hill 4, Martha Nkangabwa. Hill 5 is Daryl Bright.
All right. And just to let everyone know, if you're not on Hill 2 watching this, we do. There's a Jumbotron down the chute too. So.
Yeah, Jumbotron up here, Jumbotron to shoot. Come on out if you're at home or if you're on campus. SigEp C, who's going to go against Spirit A. SigEp C is being driven by Madeline Finn. The Hill 1 is Emily Helfer, sorry. Hill 2 is Colleen Casey. Hill 3 is Christina Williams. Hill 4 is Katie Carell. And Hill 5 is Sushma Narayan.
Now, fun fact for you, Andy. These are all the pushers for SigEp. So this is a SigEp pusher team.
What? There should be pushers, right?
I'm sorry, the drivers. The drivers are the pushers.
Awesome.
Sorry.
So that's interesting. So you have drivers pushing drivers. You'll see, if they're true drivers, they'll be about 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
And you'll see them pushing the push bar over their head. We actually had an exhibition heat a few years ago where the PICA drivers did it. And
we're not mean, Casey.
And do you know what they're pushing for their C team here?
Oh, let's see. If I had to guess, I would probably say Mamba. Considering Kraken and Barracuda are much, much faster. Not saying Mamba's not fast, it's just not nearly as fast as the other two.
And as a former SigEp, what can you tell me about Mamba? Anything special about it?
It's a tank. It's well built. Not the fastest buggy SigEp has seen, but it's built well. It'll last. I hear the bolts underneath spell out something about the designer Blada. I could be wrong. I never turned it upside down. I think it's a little unsafe, but that's what they tell me.
All right, we're about 2 minutes from our second women's heat. It'll be interesting with these two. I would expect to see Spirit A up and over really quickly. We'll check their free roll, see how they do there today. It's good for them to get a roll in early, get their drivers warmed up. And here comes SigEp out to lane 2. That looks like it's Pandora.
Oh, I really hope it's not Pandora. They're going to have a nice, fun time pushing that thing up the hill.
Nope. Oh, yeah, it's Pandora, right? 1 minute to go.
That's Pandora. Pandora is actually the oldest buggy in the fleet. It also is the heaviest buggy in the fleet, which giving it to a team of drivers is going to probably give them a very nice workout for the rest of the day.
So still waiting for Spirit to come out to the line. My guess is they're keeping those wheels as warm as possible so that your thing can run really, really fast. Hill 1's looking actually a little bit rougher. Lane 1 actually has a little bit of a crack all the way up. The road conditions are pretty bad. And you'll see drivers actually kind of avoid some of the cracks in the lines. The Pandora right there is just to the right of the yellow center line for lane 2. And actually that's the smooth spot.
Now, in your opinion, what do you think the fog and the moisture in the air is really going to affect these wheels?
Spirit just came out. It should be getting started soon. I'll answer in a second.
Here we go.
3, 1, ready.
And here we have Sussy driving a Spirit A buggy up on lane 1. Commanding lead by the Spirit A Team Hill 1 pusher.
This could be a nice, good time for Hill 1. It's really gonna help them through. Hopefully it'll carry through the chute.
Good exchange. It was a good 2 or 3 seconds faster than SDCC.
There, nice shove off Hill 2.
Yeah, nice early shove too. Pandora just went from a 1-2 exchange. Drivers having a fun time trying to push that.
Spirit's making up good time. We're going to see how that stop sign time is.
And Pandora just got into the shove, and Spirit has a commanding lead in this heat again. Spirit's running their white urethanes on Zenith today. I know they can change the composition, the colors you'll see throughout the day based on whatever they think is going to roll the fastest. But Zenith has a new buggy. I'm sure they've been playing with it for a little bit. It rolls.
Here we go. We got a 1 minute 5 second stop sign time. And we see how fast they come through the chute, because these buggies going through that chute turn with these road conditions are really not optimal.
Yeah, and it's still trying to kind of cool out here. Here she comes approaching the chute flag. Segment's going to turn a little bit. A little deep and a little bit of a slide, but she recovered it nicely.
Very nice.
And she's, again, trying to avoid the cracks in the road. If you see her kind of weaving around in there, it's not because, it could be because she can't see, but typically they're trying to avoid these potholes and some of the cracks. They're actually patched now, so there's divots and bumps that are going to be either lifting you up or dropping you down.
Right, and they're really trying to avoid that, especially through the chute. I mean, the back hills, there's so much you can do. It's really you really want to follow that white line that has been drawn. It's to help the driver stay either on one side or the other, depending on which side is really worse for them to be rolling on.
Spirit A into the 3-4 exchange. Hill 4 is really doing a nice job there. Hill 3 had to take it kind of deep. Pandora is really just kind of creeping through the chute and may actually come to a stop.
Yeah, the Hill 3s, if they're listening to this, should probably run down and grab it. But
that's going to be one of the longest Hill 3s ever.
Yeah, especially with that buggy. But as we can see, Spirit is really coming through Hill 5 very, very fast. And we're going to be probably at 20 seconds faster than we've seen last year.
Yeah, she should get a sub 3 minute time as they approach the finish line here. It's not, going to be record setting. They're already past that right now, but we're going to hope they can make it to cut a place in there. Maybe get a medal for the other team this year.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And hopefully Christina can get through with that Hill 3 still.
Yeah. Into the 3-4 exchange. I guess when you run a Hill 3 that long, you push early in the exchange zone.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel bad for Shushma right now. I remember it was normally we used to give that buggy to the freshmen to push, and that was your way of getting through buggy practice. But oh well. Well, while we have about a minute, we'll see SigEp eventually make it up to the top of the hill. But in the meantime,
talk about your team is pushing.
Sure.
Encouraging. It's just because they've been rolling for 4 minutes doesn't mean that we stop talking about it.
Oh, I'm not gonna stop talking about it. But as you can see, actually a little tidbit: Shushma is a Tri-Delta, and Tri-Delta is the most represented sorority doing buggy. Even though they did try to form a buggy organization with DTD a number of years ago, aptly named Delta Force, and still a number of them are really involved. And this is Katie pushing Hill 5 in those bright yellow shoes and her purple hair to match. See, probably a faster Hill 5, Hill 3.
It's tough when you have a buggy that's like maybe a little bit heavier, maybe a little more overbuilt, but it's good for push practice. If you ever look, there were some buggies that got history. Spirit had a buggy literally made of steel. It was Genesis. It was huge, and they would use it for push practice all the time. It helps. Because now you're pushing this really heavy buggy, this hard thing. So maybe these girls are trying to be really motivated and show the boys that to do it.
Oh yeah. It's also the reason why Pandora is usually kept around is you go through the chute a little fast. I mean a little slow. But if something were to happen, you're going to be safe going through.
Well, they were safe. They crossed at about a 4:57.
Yeah. Not a horrible time, but not great either. It's not going to make second day. I mean, it's not going to make top 10. But...
No, that won't be top 10.
No.
But again, people keep looking around how buggy's progressing. SigEp being a newer Group 2 buggy and now having 7 teams, again, it's a real difficult thing. I like to talk them up when they do it. So, I'm really impressed with what SigEp has been doing. They've been doing a couple good things, getting more people out, and then trying to push the envelope for new buggy designs, new wheels. So you'll see them doing a lot of experimental stuff. You'll see their buggy Kraken this year. Kraken was actually built last year, didn't qualify, so they didn't get the roll last year, but is out this year. It is their 18 buggy.
Right, I'm very excited to see the speed that Kraken's going to have compared to Barracuda last year. I mean, unfortunately, truck weekend, they suffered a little bit of a crash, but that little bit of a crash did mess up the steering to the point of what time is it going to take to fix the steering in time for race day. And it was, they still have Barracuda, which is a very fast buggy, so they just used that for 18. But hopefully we will see again a sub 210 come from SigEp.
So we saw CIA already roll today, and